And don't forget to use code KaiGoHi in the Fortnite and Rocket League item shops.
Hey there everyone, it's KaiGoHi here. Today we're going to be making a video on a kind of no crafting challenge to play through the Stonewood and eventually Plankerton and Caney and hopefully even Twine Storm Shields without crafting any traps. We're only going to be using traps that we have found from searching things in missions. So you can see in my backpack here, other than these 46 traps that I use for missions, none of these have any perks, so we're not going to be using these 46 traps, these wooden floor spikes, in the storm shield defenses. But all of these are all just random traps we found. It's literally like all I have in my backpack because my backpack's so small, and I'm not using my main account in this, so we are level 4, as you can see in the top. I don't even have upgrade points unlocked or anything yet. Just purchased this account and played through to Storm Shield 3. I didn't do Storm Shield 1 or 2 just because it's kind of straightforward. You don't have the option to really customize and build anything the way you want to. You have to build exactly how the layout is designed. But let's go ahead and jump in and see what we can do. Alright, so we're loaded in here, and to be perfectly honest, I went ahead and built like the block off type area for some of these spots. And I'm not sure if it's going to work, just because it's tier 1, and we haven't unlocked tier 2 walls yet, or level 2 walls. So I'm not sure if the husks are going to path correctly through these tunnels, or if they're just going to beat on these walls. So hopefully they path correctly, but let me just go over real quick what I got. So Storm Shield, if you don't know, is going to get hit from three directions: the east, south, and west. Nothing can come from the north, obviously, because there's no spawns over there. Or no place for them to spawn. So we have just metal walls built all around the storm shield. I know a lot of people like go without building walls around the storm shield, and really we shouldn't need them as far as defense goes, because everything's going to die in the tunnels. But you want to have walls around your storm shields and amplifiers, just because lobbers, the women husks that throw heads, they're going to target at your trap tunnels if you don't have walls built around your amplifiers and your storm shield. So we don't want them beating on the tunnels and breaking any of this, especially because we can't upgrade it yet. So this is why we have builds around the amplifier. So from the east side here, let's run over here and I'll show you where the spawns are. They spawn pretty much up here. There's a couple little spawns up here, and then most of it's all down through here. Now we could go ahead and just spawn trap this whole thing, but I don't have that many traps, as you can see, especially not ceiling traps. So we're going to try to push them all up through this tunnel. So some are going to want to come up here, up this ramp, and to mitigate this, we have just 2 walls, 2 floors, 2 cones, and then let me jump up here, go around, and then we have another set of walls, 2 cones edited together, a wall on the south side here, just to keep them, if they do break through, from coming up straight this way and beating on the side of our tunnel. So like another wall here, and then a cone facing the northeast with 4 walls surrounding it. So hopefully this is enough. You normally don't need these 2 cones right here, but I wasn't sure, like I said, with level 1 walls, how they're going to do with the pathing. So we also have, we don't want them to walk around this way straight to the amplifier, or to the storm shield. So we have a cone facing the northeast with a wall blocking, and then another wall with a cone facing the northeast to hopefully keep them from going this way. Now we use cones for 2 reasons. One, you can edit up a corner, and basically if they break through this wall, they're going to also have to go through this cone to go that way, to go to the west. So that's 2 layers they have to get through. If we built a stair, we couldn't do it that way. But if it was a straight cone, like if we were doing a block off like this, then you could use a stair. It does work the exact same way. And I'm going over some of this stuff in case anyone's like a beginner out there. Most people who are a little more seasoned that have been playing know this already. So finally we have a little bit of block off right here, which is just a wall and a cone facing the north. You could use a stair right here. And then finally we have 2 walls right here to keep the spawns from walking up this ramp all the way around and going towards the amp. They shouldn't go this way, and we're going to break this once we place our amplifier over in this direction. But for right now, it's here, and you get these bats back, so when you tear it down, so it's not a huge deal. And then from the south, we'll go over that real quick. We have just 4 walls here blocking up this ramp. We have a ceiling here, which I'm going to put a trap on. You don't necessarily need this ceiling. I would keep it just to keep them from walking this way and then beating on this wall. They should pass straight up, though. And then we have, let's run around, just 2 more walls. 2 walls, 2 cones facing the southeast, surrounded in walls. And then our tunnel here, which is just going to be, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that 4? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4 ceilings. 2 floors, 3 floors, kind of the one down there. 2 little half walls. Walls on each side, so 3 walls on each side, and then 1 on the back, which we're going to put a wall dart on that to shoot them in the back when they're walking up. And then finally, on the west side here, we've got 2 walls, 2 floors, 2 cones. Kind of surround that in walls, and then that's it. We don't have anything behind it. And then our tunnel's really short on this side. It's just 2 floors, 3 ceilings, and a couple walls surrounding, as you can see. So I don't know if I have enough traps to cover all this, but we're going to jump in and see if I do. So starting off, let's take a look at what we got. I'm going to go with... See, we're not using these because they have perks on them. So I'm going to go with these 29 gray wooden floor spikes. And then up here, let's see what other floor traps we have. We'll go with the 7 floor freeze trap. Right there. I gotta make sure I'm not using up like all the traps. So let's do all the floors first, so I make sure I have enough. Let's come over to this tunnel. Wooden floor spikes, if you don't know this, if you are a new player, can slow husk by 30% for a tile and a half. So, you know, if they hit I'm gonna put them right here. So if they hit wooden floor spikes here, they should be slowed up until about like right here, and then they'll pick back up normal speed, which gives us more time for the traps to hit them. So that's wooden floor spikes are your best friend, especially in early Stonewood, Plankerton. So I mean, even in Twine, I still use them, but I'm just saying. All right, so 15 wooden floor spikes here, and then I'm gonna use what do we got? I guess this 7 retractable floor spike here. And a level 5 wooden floor spike here to slow them again. Okay, and then let's run over to the last area. I was surprised to find out that you could find a lot of maxed out traps, level 10 traps in Stonewood, like without playing the higher missions, because I normally just discard all the traps that I get. But I found a good amount of them. We're actually going to add this little half wall, or this little pillar here, to keep them from kind of, if they're coming over from the south side, from like skirting this trap completely. So we're gonna put that there. And then floor, we're gonna go with, what's the highest level floor spikes we have? 11. So 11, skip a tile, and then another set of, I guess 5 is the next highest one we have. 16 damage, 15 damage. Okay, yeah, so 5 right there. In the middle tiles, we're going to throw down, oh, here we go, 15, 15, and then now we can start on the ceilings, I guess. So we'll start this side out with a level 7 ceiling trap, ceiling electric field. Now, I'll probably come back and break these once we find like more traps, or maybe I'll leave them. We'll see. Just because they're still a level, I don't want to be fighting level 15 husks towards the end of Stonewood, and them not really taking much damage from it. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And then we're gonna throw. Let's see, how many ceiling electric fields I have? Just 2. Okay, so we'll do a level 5 ceiling zapper. And then we'll put a higher level ceiling zapper at the end of this tunnel. Let's go 11. And then in the middle, we will put a... Is this the only gas trap I have? No, I have a 15. Okay, so we'll put a level 9 gas trap right here. Yeah. Okay. So, in case you didn't know, ceiling electric fields, we could have put this a tile higher. I can't reach because I'm not a ninja. But we could have... I don't want to risk breaking that. We could have put that a tile higher. Ceiling electric fields can hit from 2 tiles high, and ceiling zappers can only hit from 1 tile high, as well as gas traps. I'm surprised I didn't find any drop traps. I don't know if you just don't find them in Stonewood, but I didn't find any, so that's where we're at with that. So let's go ahead and put some wall traps in this tunnel, and we're going to use level 4 dynamo. You don't want to put wall spikes on the sides because they're not going to beat on these walls. Wall spikes you want to put like on the main storm shield, if you have them. Let's throw a level 7 wall dart right there. And actually, I'm going to add a wall right here to shoot down the tunnel. I'm going to put another 7 wall dart. Then we've got... Let's see. You know what? I should have put a wall launcher on that to push them back into the tunnel. But, oh well, we'll be okay without it. Level 9 wall dynamo. And... what else do we have? We don't really have many projectile wall traps because I got to save some for the other tunnels. We have 1 broadside. So I think I'm going to leave this tunnel like this, just with 3... Actually, we need a trap on the end, just in case something makes it this far. These wooden floor, or these retractable floor spikes are level 15, so it shouldn't nuke down anything that makes it this far, as well as the ceiling zapper. So actually, we'll come back to that. Okay, so on this tunnel, we definitely want to have a wall dart on this. So we'll throw that right there. And then on the ceilings, we're going to put this 19 ceiling electric field, because I can hit from 2 tiles. So we're going to put that right here. And then we will put a level 5 ceiling zapper right here. And then 4. Pretty much all we have is ceiling zappers. And a 17 finally to wrap it up in case anything makes it this far. Okay. And then, being that we have this direct path down a tunnel, I want to put a wall dart. Actually, I want to put this broadside right here on the storm shield. So it shoots down the tunnel and kind of pushes them back. Broadsides have a chance. Oh, any traps with impact have a chance to knock them back a little bit, but that one's definitely going to knock them back. And then on these walls, we will put... Man, I just don't have anything for wall traps. We'll put a wall dart, I guess, because that's all we have. And we might have to leave that tunnel at that. Let's see what we have after this one. So I really wanted to put dynamos on these walls and shorten them, but we don't have any. So, yeah. We'll use a 26 wall dart right here. We will use a... Where's that other gas trap? 15 gas trap right here. Just because that's great. Gas traps are great at area of effect damage. And just outputting a lot of damage in a single tile radius. So this is going to slow them down. And as they're walking through this slow, this gas trap's going to pretty much nuke everything we've got walking through. Nothing should really make it past that first tile unless the gas trap's reloading. Which then the wall dart is going to hit them when they freeze right here. So we'll put a 26 ceiling zapper right here. And then I really wanted to put a ceiling electric field right here, but we don't have one. So we'll put another 22 ceiling zapper right there. And that should... I think that's about all the traps we have, actually. Yeah. I mean, I'll put this 22 wall spike right here just in case they make it this far. But I doubt they will. So let's just go ahead and start it. Because I think we're out of traps. Other than like some... I should have put some wall launchers knocking them back into the tunnels. But that was my mistake. I don't want to break the wall and waste the trap. So we're just going to start it and see how it goes.
Here we go! Shield power increasing.
Alright, so obviously it's showing propanes here. I'm going to go ahead and throw a sound wall down here just to knock the propanes off of them. If you didn't know that, sound walls can knock propanes off of the propane house. They'll drop them. So that should help us with that. I'm not even seeing any spawning though. But I'm going to try to let the trap tunnel do the work and not interfere. Oh, there's one. So let's see if the sound wall hits them. Now, it might reload from these first husks triggering it, so it might not hit him at all. Nope, didn't hit him. Ceiling electric field. Oh, I shouldn't be in the tunnel. That's another thing you kind of want to... Let me heal these walls. Whenever you build trap tunnels, don't stand in them and fight, because propanes will target you and throw at you. So stay kind of at the back of your trap tunnel, or even, you know, on top of... Well, if you're on top of it, they'll throw it up top too. And lobbers will throw up top. So just kind of stay out of your tunnel and wait for them to make it to the end. You also don't want to shoot down the tunnel a whole lot, because you don't want to tag propanes by accident, and they'll blow up your tunnel and waste your traps. And I mean, the traps will come back when you load back in. They won't stay broken, so that's good. But you still don't want to blow up your tunnel in the middle of a wave. See that broadside shot off at about 3. It's got a 3 tile range, just like wall darts, that it'll shoot down the tunnel. So that would have nuked down anything we had. I didn't realize the husk only level 3. You know, a lot of these traps are 22 and 17 and stuff like that. So we didn't need quite as many traps as I thought we were going to need. But this tunnel should hold up for the next storm shield or 2. So I'll just upgrade this once we unlock level 2 walls, and then try to keep the traps the same. Maybe add some stuff on these blank walls, but try to see if we can make it through the whole first 6 storm shields with just the tunnels we have with the existing traps. Might not be possible, but I'm going to try. And you can see the ceiling electric field can hit a lot more than just one enemy at a time. The gas traps can hit as many enemies are in that tile. Ceiling zapper targets one enemy. And then drop traps obviously can hit any amount of enemies that are in that tile or wherever the tires are bouncing. Just kind of look from the side here. Okay. I could have ended this wave a lot faster if I just went and fought, just because it was 75 enemies, but I just wanted to make sure the trap tunnel was working and the block off was working. It doesn't seem like any of them are beating on this wall over here, so it seems that tier 1 walls are sufficient, at least in Storm Shield 3, but I would definitely recommend upgrading them as soon as you unlock level 2 walls, which will be before your next Storm Shield, so before Storm Shield 4. And if you have tier 3 walls, by all means, upgrade that as well.
We have a break in the action.
I know it's kind of a pain to harvest all that metal, but you can, you know, once you unlock upgrade points, you can interact with your storm shield and, you know, go to storage. I don't have any right now, so deposit metal in your storage and then go back to missions and harvest more. You don't even have to load into your storm shield. You can access it from the main menu, but definitely stock up on metal. And then in a later video, once we unlock like the hero team perks for recycling and base, I'll show you how I make my mat grinder, my mat farm. So you can run war games or even your storm shield defenses and put your base up there and just collect infinite materials. you know, to put in your storage for your storm shields. So we'll go over that in another video after I get through to at least level 2 walls, but preferably level 3, because you get more base mats back depending on how high you've upgraded the floors and walls and cones and whatever else you put in there. So we'll wait until we have that unlocked to go over it, or I'll just make the video with my other account. You can see with these traps, without them having any perks on them, the reload speed is quite slow. I mean, the damage output isn't crazy high or anything like that. We don't have any crit damage or anything like that. But, you know, it's doing the job for level 3 husks. So, free traps, don't always drop them. I know a lot of people drop them to trade and make room for guns and stuff like that. But, you know, put them in your storm shield or just hold on to them. I don't know if this lobber is going to walk in. Oh, she did walk in. Okay. So it seems like we don't need to build a lobber shield quite yet for at least storm shield. And now the next amp I'm going to place is going to be on the west over here. So that'll be my A and the next storm shield. You could have already placed this one over here. But I like doing this one as A and then this one over here is B. That's just how I did it in all my accounts. And that's how I'll continue to do it. But I'll go over trapping on both sides. See, I was standing on this side, and the assassin husk, so the husks that come after you, not your objective, not your storm shield, he was starting to beat on this wall to get to me. You see that's what this guy's going to do. But if we go ahead and stand at the end of the tunnel, like I was saying, they'll all walk down the tunnel and get hit by the traps. That's another reason you want to make sure you're positioned in a good area to make the most use of your trap tunnels. And I didn't touch on it before, but another reason we did all this block off here to make them go through one path was just to save traps and keep our trap count low. You do use a little bit more materials that way. Well, I mean, really not too much, because if you... Otherwise, we would have had to make this trap tunnel 3 tiles wide and trap all of this area, like all the way down. So we didn't have to do that because we, you know, just blocked it off and made it 1 tile. But there you go. Storm shield complete with just traps that we found. We'll continue this challenge and keep going as far as we can make it. I'm sure there'll be some failures along the way, especially when we get to Canny Valley and stuff. But that wraps it up for this video. You have a good one, Commanders. Peace.